All right, here we're going to look at Simone's January 8th, 2014 assessment. This is her running full speed. We're going to see her here half speed. And we're going to take a look at her 10% with the stills. And again, her running form, we really need to work a lot on it. She might even need some private instruction on trying to tackle some of this. If not, get her to the groups as much as possible. But you're going to see some pretty dramatic things here that we need to correct. First, we'll start here at about 4 yards. You can see that her left arm is extremely disconnected from her body, and the right arm will do the same too if I was to carry it through the next shot. And this is just a huge disconnect. She's losing so much momentum with her upper body with this. Hands are supposed to go hip to pocket, and she's so far away from that, it's not even funny. Besides that, she has a lot of shoulder action, shrugging them up, moving them around, and as you notice, her head is off alignment. Her right shoulder is almost touching her ear, and then her left arm is almost fully extended out from her body. So these are definitely things that we need to fix as soon as possible, and the upper body are the easier things to fix, so we need to work on that. Going forward here, we're going to stop her about 5 yards, and you'll see again the left arm is fully extended out. It should be in an L shape, and that's the way you drive the most power. You're able to drive your elbow back, you're able to drive your hand all the way up to your eye. If you extend the arm, you're losing a lot of power there. And that's probably the straightest I've ever seen anybody make it. I mean, it's a perfect line. So again, upper body work, you need to work on it a lot. We're going to take her forward a little bit more here. You're going to see her at about 8 yards now. And we're going to start taking a look at the lower body. She has a poor lean angle, which you'll see in a little bit, but because of that, it's driving her knees down. She's a fairly tall girl, but she doesn't use her length of her legs near as much as she should. Her leg is slightly off angle, but she's also keeping her knee way down, which makes her stride shorter. So we need to work on extending her stride once she gets full speed so she can cover more ground per step, which will make her quicker even with the speed that she has now. So the blue line at the top just kind of illustrates where it should be, and the bottom is hers. Going forward here, we're going to stop her at 14 yards. I'm going to start using all my markers here. And again, you can see her lean angle. She's kind of slightly leaning forward, leaning over her feet. She needs to be upright, standing tall at this point. Chest should be straight. And again, you can see her shoulders. Her left shoulder is further up than her right. And because every time she strides, she rotates the left forward, and then the left back, and then the right shoulder comes forward. So too much upper body action, way too much. And as you see here, as she's striking on the ground, she's actually landing on her heel and then kind of rolling up flat-footed and then pushing through. And the last thing is her foot slightly off angle. If you can see the small blue line illustrates her angle, the long blue line illustrates a straight line. So we just got a lot of angle issues, a lot of just poor movement, etc. So like I said, we need to work on all these things. This is her vertical. The reason why we put so much emphasis on the vertical and the standing broad jump is because those things directly correlate to speed as far as explosive power, 5 to 10 yard speed. So we want to see these things be as high as possible. She scored a 12 there. Standing broad jump, she scored a 5 foot here. She loads it up nicely, a little bit too much with the body there. It's kind of gonna hamper how far she goes. It's just a technique issue there, but a decent score there too. The 12-inch vertical was definitely a little low. Should be in the 18s or 19s, somewhere in there. Her lateral reps were 16, which is decent. She's very, she's got some speed and she's got some quickness. She's not a slow girl necessarily, but her form and technique are really holding her back. We're gonna look at her test scores right now. And on her test scores here, you'll see the strength was pretty decent, 23 push-ups, 43 sit-ups, 1 leg squats was 49. All those are pretty decent scores. Plank time as well. Obviously they could go up, but that's not incredibly poor. What we're looking at is a 10, 20, and 40. The 10-yard 213 is too high. It needs to be in the 19s. The 20 should be lower than 35. And then her vertical should be, like I told you, in the 18s and 19s. So these are things that we need to really keep an eye on going forward.